Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the weekly NWP call with Rich Simmons. I'm going to make Rich host, and then he can tell you all about the official launch that's next week and all the other interesting things in a normal presentation. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the videos that we're posting on our YouTube channels. Right, Rich, you can share your host.
Good, thank you. Okay. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Right, so we're looking at NWP and the plans for financial success, the two options that they have. It's all about making money because that's what everyone wants. And, we'd all like to make money, and the people we know, we'd like them to make money as well. So just read the disclaimer before we go any further. We are not financial advisors. This is for informative purposes only and is not intended to be personal financial advice. We are merely sharing our personal experiences and what we do ourselves. Please make sure you understand what you are investing in and ask if there's anything you're unsure of. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. So what we need is a system that gives us weekly profits and instant access to our funds. That's both our profits and our capital. Why? Because we want a turnaround in our financial situation. For most of us, that's vital. So NWP, as Stefan mentioned, the official launch has been moved out now until next week sometime. I assume and presume that it's any time after Wednesday next week. That's from the indications that I got. One of the main reasons for the delay in the launch was that some of the guys wanted some changes, and that was in terms of the investment and the different investment options. And they only came through with their ideas a little bit late, and the ideas seemed quite nice. So then it was decided, let's rather implement those ideas and launch. So that was the main reason for the delay there. So hopefully we'll see some of those exciting ideas come through, which will help you earn more and easier to build your team as well. So the registration has taken place. The company is called Network Profits Investment Industry and Foreign Trade Limited in Turkey. So that's what we've got there. And when the new things are out, the lawyers will give us a breakdown of how you can actually go and look for this information, because it's not so easy, but it will be there for you to find when you need it. So what does NWP offer you? Well, consistent weekly returns while safeguarding your capital is the most important. It's a cash flow generator as a key or a core, and that's where 15% of your funds will be used to generate a weekly cash flow. The balance of your capital will be used in long-term investments, and this is also one of the things that you'll see on the website, is that your extra profits will come to you sort of in a staggered way. So what you're receiving on a weekly basis is the cash generated from the forex and crypto trading, but the balance will come to you sort of in intervals. And that'll be more clearer when the new website comes out as well. So during this beta testing phase, has NWP delivered? Yes, it has. Basically, the profit at the moment, the average weekly profit is just below 2%, which if you look at that in a year, if you were getting an average of 2%, that's giving you a 100% return in a year. If the profit was a little bit less, it would give you about a 78% in a year. Now that obviously doesn't include compounding or any reinvestment. That's just straightforward profit that you would be getting from your investment. And that's based on the foundation portfolio. Those different asset portfolios that you can invest in, the foundation portfolio starting at $10 to $5,000. There, your monthly target is between 5 to 10%. As I say, at the moment, we're getting around about 7 to 8% as our monthly, that's the result at the moment. The growth portfolio between 10,000 and 20,000 invested, and that's giving you a monthly target between 8 and 12%. And then the elite for 50,000 plus, 10% to 15% is the monthly target there. Can you compound is often a question. No, the system will not automatically compound. You would need to withdraw and reinvest. If you want to look at every week reinvesting, probably anything from $750 up will allow you to get enough to reinvest on a weekly basis. Remembering that your minimum is $10 that you would need to reinvest with. Right, so in the system, the money flows as follows. Your capital is always with the brokers. Trading takes place from Monday to Friday. On a Saturday, all profits are then sent to the payment gateway where they automatically or instantly available for withdrawal, provided you've earned at least $5. Can you withdraw? Just to mention, in the new system, you'll be able to withdraw your principal at any time. Okay, there are 0 fees on principal withdrawals, and then your profit, that's on a Saturday, because at the end of the week, if you've kept your money there from Monday to Friday, you'll receive your profit on a Saturday, and that's it'll be immediately available subject to a 5% withdrawal fee there. And again, as long as you've got $5 at a minimum, all withdrawals are done in USD Polygon. When you're ready to start, those are the options. Keep it simple, keep it Polygon. That's one of the easiest ways to do it. Then, if you're ready to invest, join today and embark on this journey to prosperity. It's a nice long-term project. Everything here is for the long term. And, talking about the long term, a lot of us look for extra income. And it's because we want to make a long-term difference to our own personal finances. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard the following term, successfully lazy. In fact, I haven't met many people who don't want to be successfully lazy. And that means that you work less and achieve more. We all want to make money in the short term. That's understandable, but it's not always practical or easy to make money in the short term. What it is better to do is to work on something that's going to give you returns week after week after week. So in other words, the little bit of effort that you put in, will that just give you a little bit of money now? So in other words, your job where you're trading time for money, or will that time be worth something for you in the long run? And that's what we're looking at when we look at the NWP system. It's a passive reoccurring income. So you join someone once and you're going to earn from them every single week. So, you might not have a lot of time or a lot of effort to put in. The little bit of effort that you do put in, that's going to be rewarded according to the weekly earnings. So you only have to work once to get the reward. And that's unique and that's different compared to many things out there where you only get paid for the work that you do. And when you've got paid, you have to go and look to do some more work. And that's the uniqueness of this system. So simple, this system is so simple, you can explain it to a 6-year-old. So that's what it's all about. It's got 0 cost. So you haven't got that excuse, oh, I haven't got any money, I can't do this opportunity. No, well, if you haven't got any opportunity, you haven't got any money, this opportunity is definitely for you. And you can decide how much consistency and how much commitment you would like to do. If you only want a little bit, your results will show that, but it won't go away. That's the big thing. Whatever you've done, you're going to be paid for, and you're going to be paid for it weekly. You decide whether you want to be, focus on the affiliates or the investors and put your effort in there. That's one of the things, because remember, there is the binary, and you're going to get the advantage from that binary as that team grows. And you probably, most of you here are probably earning from the binary every week anyway, and you've seen the power of that. So everything's based on business volume. That is the profit on a weekly basis, which is calculated on your deposits on your left and right side. That'll give you your business volume. So if in this example here, if your business volume or the profit for the week was 2%, that's how it would be worked. It's 2% of whatever the total deposit is on your left and whatever your on your right, and you'll be paid on the smaller volume, especially when it comes to your binary. Now, where does this profit come from? Well, all profits for the week are split 50-50. 50% of the profit goes to the investor as his direct profit, and the other 50% goes to the affiliate plan for the bonuses. Because there can only be profits if there's profits for the week, there can only be bonuses for the affiliates. So it makes it very sustainable. Right, so the 3 affiliate bonuses that are available are your direct referral bonus, your binary bonus, and the matching bonus. Right, so the direct referral bonus is you'll earn 10% of the total profit made by your direct referrals every week. So as an example, you've got a person who's invested $1,000. He makes $15.60 for the week. That was Saturday's result that you're seeing up on the right there now. And that means you will make $1.56 every single week. As long as he's got an investment there, he's going to make money, you're going to make money. It's a win-win for everyone. The bigger your investment grows, the more your earnings are going to grow, and it's going to be reoccurring. The binary bonus comes from building a team. You don't have to build a team. As your team grows, because of other people referring other people, you're going to start seeing your binary grow as well. You have a choice when you refer people. You can either put them in on your left or your right-hand side of your business. So, always check to make sure that you're trying to balance your teams as far as possible. Qualifying for the binary is automatic. You don't have to have an investment. You basically only need to make sure that there's business volume in your left leg and your right leg, and it can happen through spillover or your direct referrals. So in the example here on the left, you've got 2 referrals, one on your left, one on the right. They've got investments, therefore you've got volume in your legs and you're going to earn the binary. On the right-hand side, you've only got a referral in your right leg. It's made an investment, but you've got spillover on your left leg, causing volume in both your legs. Therefore, you're going to earn the binary. Your binary will be calculated, as I mentioned earlier, on your weaker leg. And then there is a binary carryover on a weekly basis. And, should you have a flip-flop effect where your one leg becomes bigger than the other and vice versa, you will not lose that earnings. It will be carried over to the week where the flip-flop takes effect. And then your binary will be capped to a maximum earning of $5,000 per week. Right, the matching bonus, very simple here. Once you've got referrals that are earning a binary, you will start earning the matching bonus. It's a small percentage, but as we know, all small percentages grow as the team grows. So it could be significant for you in the long run. It definitely will be, I'm sure. The security of the system is in the transparency. You will see the weekly earnings. You'll know that the weekly earnings have been sent, the profits for the week have been sent to the payment gateway. Therefore, there's no internal rotation of money in the system. And that eliminates all sorts of problems that could happen. That's the presentation for NWP this evening. So thanks very much. Join, build your businesses, and we look forward to the coming launch. Right, let's have your questions.
Any questions, anybody?
Thanks, Yua.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. Rich, can you just confirm for us the new launch date?
It hasn't been confirmed yet, but it won't be earlier than Wednesday next week. We're looking at any time from Wednesday onwards. We'll probably get a more clear indication once Rakesh meets with the developers again to see how far they've got on the changes that needed to be made.
Okay, but obviously if there is a delay, that means that the changes is going to be massive and possibly very likable.
Yes. Yeah, from some of the things that if you look at the investment at the moment, if you keep your money in from a Monday to Friday, you will earn the weekly profits. What they're looking at now is a possibility where you can lock your investment, but it's a soft lock. So in other words, you indicate that you would like to have your investment there for 3, 6, or 9 months. That's the longest. However, even if you've locked it, you can still decide, okay, you're going to forego the profits that are going to come in 3 months' time, but if you need your capital, you can get it immediately. So even though those are the options that were asked for, and that's where the changes are going to be. So it's not a hard lock; it'll be a soft lock, if that's clear.
Lock is a good thing. What is the benefit of a lock? Can you just repeat that for us?
The lock will enable you to look. If the lock at the moment works, that if you keep your money in from a Monday to Friday, you're going to get the profits on a Saturday. If you take your money out today, you're not going to get any profits for the week. The same's going to work for the lock. So you're going to decide, okay, you want to lock for 3 months, which means you're going to get extra profit. You're going to then access the long-term profit. And if you keep it in for 3 months, you will get the profit at the end of the 3 months, the extra profit. If you need the money and you decide not to lock, well, you've got your weekly profits anyway. That'll be the option.
So you get your normal profit like everybody else on a weekly basis, and
That's
then the
right.
additional at the end of the term. So if you lock for 3 months, and suddenly after 3 months you get a little bit of a bonus.
Yes, and then obviously if you want to lock for 6 months, you can get a little bit of a bigger bonus, and obviously your biggest bonus would be to lock for 9 months. But again, your capital is still, you can still access it. It's not that you can't get your capital.
And I know we don't want to even talk about that.
No, exactly.
We don't even want to talk about it. Who on here is going to be stupid enough not to lock? Put up your hands. Type a 1 in the chat if you're going to be stupid enough not to lock. Or maybe I must ask the other way around. If you are going to lock for 9 months, type a 9. If you're going to lock for 6 months, type a 6. If you're going to lock for 3 months, type a 3. So I can see if you understand what Rich just explained to us.
See, we have 2 hands there.
Well, you're not going to type. Right, Gil says 9. Ilva is 6. I don't know why. Ilva, change your mind. Chris is 9. Rich at 9. Yeah, that's better. Okay, then everybody understands. Lock gives you extra money. Ilva is also on 9 now. Right, Bertie, you got your hand up?
Yeah, I just want to ask a question with regards to the lock. Will you be able to add to the capital once it's locked?
Yes, look, okay, so if let's say you got $1,000 in the system and you lock today, okay, in 6 months or 9 months, you're going to get your profit, okay. If you put in an additional, let's say now you've got your 1,000 and you're going to reinvest your $15 next week, okay, or on Saturday when you get your $15. You then lock your $15, which then starts a new 9-month period. So every time you put in your new investment, it locks for another 9 months.
Okay, clear? So it's going to be new. So it's going to be new investment. Every lock is an individual new investment.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, thank you.
So to come back
if you've got currently,
sorry,
carry on, Rich. Yeah, let me go first. If you currently got 4 investments, I've got an 11 and a 10 and another 11 and another 10. So what I do now, when we go over, I lock all 4 of them. If I then
Yeah.
put another $10 in or $20, from that date, I lock my for 9 months. So if you're clever, and we are busy working towards a stage where in a few months from now, every week you will be able to add $10 to NWP. Then you just lock that. So come 9 months from now, you get the extra profit. And then every week you're going to get extra profit.
Yes. Yeah.
Does that make sense,
So,
Bertie?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you.
It's an evil circle of creating abundance for ourselves that we've been working for the last 5 years, most of us, and then people like myself and Chris have been working 7 and longer years and longer to create abundance for our teams. And it's little steps at a time. We all started here, most of us started with $10. Chris reinvested a few times. I reinvested a few times. Some people added money. You can take that individual investments, that individual plans, and go lock them for 9 months. We're going to leave it there anyway. I'm not going to withdraw money at this stage. You're going to leave it there anyway. So all the people that the least sponsored in, get them locked. Even if you make on a 9-month period just $10 extra, take that $10, withdraw, and in the meantime, before the 9 months is finished, somewhere add another $10. Or whenever you've got $10, add it. If you add $10 a week, what do you have at the end of the year? $520. And that means you've got every week $10, which after 9 months giving you extra profit. It's going to escalate tremendously, people. This is one of the best things that I've heard in a very long time. It makes my heart flutter a little bit more than it's supposed to.
So just coming back to that 6 months, was that Uwe who put 6 months?
I think that was a typing error.
Okay,
Yes,
no,
that
it's
was a
fine.
typo, sorry.
So let's say, for instance, you thought that you're going to buy a house in 6 months' time and you're going to need that money. Lock it for 9 months anyway. Because if you do need it, you can just wait until you get your 6-month profit and then, take it at that stage. But in case you don't need it, you've locked it for 9 months just to be safe. But if you did need it, it's available to you anyway. And that's the beauty of the system.
Now, we're not going to put millions in, so just lock the money for 9 months. Don't be stupid. Keep your clothes on. Don't be stupid and listen to your captain. I know more or less what I'm doing.
Good.
Right. Any other questions? Where's Bridget? Is Bridget?
Yes, I
I get
didn't do
worried.
anything wrong. Why are you
I
calling?
get worried about you if I don't see your hand on a Zoom call.
I think I'm very tired, so I'm keeping quiet.
Okay, Bridget claims that she's tired. Right, Ulva, you've got your hand up.
Yes, thank you. Just out of curiosity, I log in and share the pictures and the images of the dashboard for other people. And one of them, there are 2 people that entered more or less about the same time. They both entered with $10. Neither of them has any invitees. And one has a checkout balance of $1, 1 USDT 3 cents, and the other one has $2.64. How is there any difference between which leg they are placed under?
No, it shouldn't be.
No, that doesn't make sense. Send photos of the investments to me. Send me photos also of the profit. And then I will look what's going on there. And then if there is an issue, then I will forward it to Rich.
Okay, thank you, Stefan.
Good.
Right. Anything else? People, if you do have a query like that, and 2 of your people got the same amount in at the same time, and there's a difference in the profit, just click on your profit tab, send me a photo of that and then all the investments, and then I can work it out. And if there is a challenge, we will sort it out. There's usually going to be a logical explanation for something like that. All right, then we're done for today. I'm going to stop the recording. Thank you for being on, Rich. We'll see you again next week, and then we hopefully very much closer to the launch and the locking. I like the locking. This is going to be major
Good.
fun.
Yeah.
All right, have a good evening, everybody. We can stay on after I've stopped, so I can shout to you about some other things.